welcome back to my channel. My name is Melanie Williams, and if you happen to have clicked onto this playlist, you know from the title that myself and my family are relocating to Jamaica. Jamaica is the third largest island in the Caribbean Sea, known for its sandy beaches, crystal blue sea, cascading waterfalls, delicious food. Who wouldn't want to spend time on this beautiful island?
It's salty.
You didn't open your eyes, right?
My first visit to Jamaica was in 2017. We got married and it was so beautiful, and I'm going to show you a few pictures in a bit. Before that, I didn't really want to go to Jamaica, and that was because of the negativity that the press or people would give about Jamaica. The way it seemed was like there was murders and all sorts going on every street corner, so that totally put me off. So I would just visit places like Dubai, America, Cyprus. I actually lived in Cyprus for a bit, Egypt and those type of places. So I never thought I would ever visit Jamaica, even though my mom was there. She actually moved back over 10 years ago. So when we decided that we were going to have a destination holiday, I said, oh, let's go to Jamaica, because my mum was there, and that would mean that all the children could stay at my mum's, and then during the time of the wedding everybody would come to the hotel. And then also because my husband's parents, they lived in near Miami, so it was just about an hour flight away. So I remember getting off the plane and I was thinking, wow, this is so beautiful. Just the atmosphere, there was a completely different atmosphere. Now, staying in a hotel is completely different from staying at someone's house. You know, in the hotel, you've got all the luxury, you're basically weighted on hand and feet. So it's not a realistic portrayal of Jamaica, but I really loved it. And we did go to my mom's just the once, and I actually thought, oh, I can't live in Jamaica. My kids absolutely love staying at my mum's. For them it was like staying on a farm.
What?
My mum's place is on 13 acres of land. Yeah, so I thought, oh, I can't live here, because my mum, where she lives, it's proper countryside. You haven't got any type of corner shop. It's kind of up in, it's not the mountains, but it's I guess it's sort of inland, and it's basically quite far from everywhere. And when you walk, I remember when you walk anywhere, it's far, so realistically you have to have a car. And I just thought, nah, this is not for me. But things changed during the pandemic, and we started to grow our own fruits and vegetables, mainly vegetables, because we're in the UK. And we've got a medium-sized garden, but we can't grow lots of things. And over the years my mum kept saying, oh, come to Jamaica, you can build the house, you can do this, you can grow your own food. And I was like, yeah. So I didn't really pay much thought to it. But then as time went by, I started to think, oh, maybe we could. So number one, my reason for moving to Jamaica is actually the weather. Beautiful weather. Yes, they have hurricanes and lots of rain, but you know, when it rains, more or less after it rains, the sun is out and it's beautiful. It's so nice. So yeah, so number one, it's not in any particular order, but number one, the weather, and the fact that you can grow practically anything over there. I thought I would show you a few clips of our wedding week. We stayed at the Grand Palladium. It's a 5-star family-friendly resort, and there was always something to do. There was a huge infinity pool, and we were always in the pool, a small water park, kids clubs, plenty of restaurants, and I was always at one of the restaurants. Food was really nice. And also I was planning our wedding. The morning of our wedding, I got up early, had breakfast with the kids, and then we went down to the beach, and then I went to the spa and got my hair and makeup done. And then my daughter, now and then, she would just touch me up. These are my daughters. My youngest one actually got bit, I think, the night before on her eye, so her eye was really swollen. And it was so much fun being here because I was with my cousins and I was with my best friend, and it was just family and close friends. So I think there was about 50 guests all in all. I was late, but it wasn't my fault. I don't know why everything was running late, but I was on time. I was ready. I think the wedding was about 1 o'clock. It did rain slightly, but by the time we were walking down the aisle, the sun was out in full force, and we actually got married under a gazebo overlooking the sea. It was so beautiful. And to make it even more special, two of my cousins sang, and it was amazing. So I went back on my own 2 years later. My husband looked after the kids, and then I went and stayed with my mom. I have to admit, the first 2 days I was so homesick. I cried and I was like, I want to come home, I want to come home, because my mom is kind of off grid. She's not fully off grid, so she does have electricity, she does have hot water. But there was, I guess it was, you're so used to the Western lifestyle, and that was what I was used to, and it was kind of isolated. Yes, there was the little shop at the top of the road, um, and little things like that. But after the 2 days, I got used to everything, and I loved it. I love the fact that you could go out in the garden, you could pick pineapple, you could pick lemons, oranges, you could pick what else she's got growing, bananas, so many different things off the tree. So I got used to it, and then I started to think, yeah, we could move over here. Number two is a change of lifestyle for us. My husband works very long hours, so when he goes to work, it's normally he leaves the house at 7 in the morning, and most of the time we're still sleeping. And then when he comes home, he gets home for about 11 o'clock, and by that time we're still sleeping. And then when he has his days off, or he might have half days off, I then work around him. So it's like it's two ships passing in the night. So we hardly see each other. So the time when we do see each other is sort of Fridays, Saturdays, and that's it. And it just seems like all we do is just work, work, work. I expect that we will have to work a lot, especially because we'll be setting up a business in Jamaica. So we're going to have to work hard, but at least we'll be working together and we'll be able to spend more time together as well. So I like that the fact that Jamaica is very entrepreneurial. And people, if you're willing to work hard, if you're willing to have good customer service, I think you could make it in Jamaica. So that is my other reason for us moving to Jamaica. So the type of business that I want to set up with my family, it's going to suit tourists as well as the locals. So watch out for that. Another reason why we want to move to Jamaica is because there's an opportunity to build. Now over here you're looking at thousands, hundreds of thousands of pounds, even millions to even think about building. But over there we're fortunate enough to have some land. So and it's cheaper to actually build over there. You do hear horror stories of people, starting to build and things go wrong, or they've run out of money, or there's been a death in the family, whatever the case may be. But it's important to make sure that you do your research, and you also make sure that your name is on the, I think it's title deeds. so that the land that you're buying is actually yours. But I'm not going to go into that because I'm not a property person. I know that for us as a family, we have the opportunity to build something where we can live as well as where we can work. So really it's for a change of lifestyle. I can't wait. My children are looking forward to it. My husband, you know, realistically it is my idea, but you know, he's happy to get on board and support us with what we want to do and support me with the business idea as well. So, and the fact that my children will be able to be in the warmth, they'll be able to play outside, that you'll see in the videos and pictures that I'm going to be showing. There's so much land for them just to run up and down. Okay, missing you all. Mackenzie and Ethan, I hope you feel better soon. Make sure you're doing your onion and garlic and lemon and ginger and everything. Jade and Josh, I hope you're helping Dad. Dad, I hope you're not too stressed. And I will see you soon. I expect Jamaica is going to have its challenges. Obviously, I am British and that's all I've ever known. Apart from my stint of living in Cyprus, and I did like that lifestyle. So I'm used to a lot of British things. So it is going to be not a culture shock as such, because I was brought up in a Jamaican household, but there are little things that, you know, that I've got to get used to. My children, they'll probably be more adaptable than me. My son, my oldest son, he's actually going ahead of us, and he can't wait because he loves the countryside, he loves nature, he loves, you know, looking at different insects and animals and all sorts. So, and he was there for 3 months. Did I say that already? He was there for 3 months before, so he's used to it, you know. And we are going with the intention of not coming back to the UK. So we're giving up everything over here. My husband decided that he just wants to cut ties with everything here, and we're not going to have a property here to rent out because we don't want the headache of, you know, if someone doesn't pay on time or doesn't pay at all. So we have decided we're going to go to Jamaica and make a go of it. And I said to him, worst case scenario, if it falls on our head, then we just become farmers and just grow food and that's it. So those are just a few of the reasons why we're moving to Jamaica. So this playlist is specifically for that, and if you want to see like the cooking side, then you can go to the main channel. But this playlist is specifically, you're going to see the journey, you're going to come with me through the ups and downs, and you know, in the next video I have already applied for, I've got my TRN already. That's important. That's like a social security number, and it's what you will need for you to open up a bank account, for you to do business in Jamaica, for you to rent somewhere in Jamaica. But luckily for us, we're not going to be renting. So yeah, so we've got certain things we have in place. My next step is to open a Jamaican bank account. I have to go to the consulate to fill in a form so that my mum will be able to apply on my behalf to get my son's citizenship and Jamaican passport. So, you know, we're going to do the barrel packing, and obviously I've been watching my favourite YouTuber, like Jamaican YouTuber, who's brilliant at packing things and barrel packing, is Anisha Adams. So all of the tips I have gotten from her. So, you know, I don't know what we're bringing as yet. All I know, we're bringing a lot of food, a lot of clothes for the kids, a lot of garden tools as well. And I'm also going to be decorating my mom's place. You know, it needs painting and there's a lot of things that need to be done. So I'm going to try not to change it up too much because obviously it is her little place. Well, it's quite big actually. So and I think if it wasn't the size it was, then we probably wouldn't stay there. But I think she's going to love having her grandkids around. My husband will be able to hop over to America anytime he likes because, you know, flights are quite reasonable as well. So that's it for this video. I hope you will join me for the next one. And if you are interested in moving abroad, specifically to Jamaica, and want to see the process, definitely like, comment and subscribe. And if you have any tips that you want to share, definitely leave those in the comments. Thanks ever so much for watching. See you soon. Bye.